Hey, what's up? It's Eric Leo 108, the sociologist, philosopher, and hip hop artist with the Monday update for August 25th, 2025. I need reviews for my books. Links are in the description on YouTube. It is currently 11:24 a.m., so I'm a little late. I didn't get to bed till late. I released I release a new I release new music every Friday. The latest release is Leo the Lion featuring Shyheim and Method Man, which dropped August 22nd. Last week's release was Waving, which dropped August 15th. The next release is the Sea Love album, which comes out August 29th. I'll give the Monday update and then I'll read the blog post for the Sea Love album at the end. I'm currently live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every Friday at noon Eastern for a listening party and sometime Monday morning for the weekly update. The Calbeats Collective 2 album was released January 24th. The Global Warning album dropped February 21st. The Sax Music album dropped March 21st. The Tantu Gems album dropped April 18th. The Sea Love album dropped August 29th. And the What Now 2 album will come out in December. So the Sea Love album drops August 29th. This is your reminder to please subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. Okay, that was the Monday update. This is the working projects and personal update. I didn't do content this week. I got burned out and the weather was bad, so I skipped it. I didn't even do the indoor stuff. I'm working on like I need to make a content schedule. Yeah, I'll be working on that. I worked on a bunch of lessons for the school community, 16 to be exact. I started the school community. I have to link in the description for the school community. I have to ask Josh about the strategy for building Helm 108, which is the name of my community, later today. I have to remind myself to post that day in the life video and week in the life song in my community. I recorded the practice tracks to those 6 songs and been listening to them. I didn't write any new songs though. I have to make a video for the About section of Helm 108 this week. I also have to make one for Fiance.com. I haven't had time to fill out more grants. I haven't made any progress on performances. I feel like it's just going to be the same thing as my Friday lives without a good aesthetic or like stuff in the background. No one's going to care. It's the same reason I don't post performance videos. I mean, I just posted one recently and it didn't do well. They don't do better than just shooting the video and syncing the voice. That's why I don't do more performance videos. It's a lot of effort for very little reward. Of course, all my stuff on social media is like that. Warning, look away if you're a Trump supporter, and by that I meant get mad at reality. And by that, I mean get mad that you can't recognize reality. So I'm going to talk about the next, this is all in preparation to talk about the Sea Love album. The song that's coming out Friday is called Therapy. And then I'm just going to talk a little bit about the situation surrounding it. I'm going to read my Threads post I made last night, and this is just one thing I can't do because healthcare and mere living in America is unaffordable. The majority of Americans work and can't afford to live. There's no relief from this shit. You're just worked like a dog with no end in sight, and since the minimum wage isn't a living wage, you literally can't afford to feel good, so death is an escape from the pain. It all comes down to healthcare in America, and the only way you feel good is by paying is if you're paying to make billionaires and corporate shareholders more money. And if you can't afford to pay, die. That's the message America sends to these young men, so they do. Men kill themselves because they're listening. Men kill themselves because they're listening. And that's what society is telling them to do. You're worthless. Kill yourself, is the message. So I'm going to read the Threads post. It's in two parts. I said, no one cares unless you're pretty, rich, or dead. I want you to know this last year I got a membership. I got a gym membership. This is all true, by the way. I went to the gym consistently for months and actually built a little muscle. In high school and college, I worked out like crazy and still have a lot of muscle from it. I figured out I was gaining weight because I didn't have enough protein to satiate my body. I stopped working out because I can't afford to fuel more muscle, and also knots in my muscles. Also got knots in my muscles and can't afford massages. So I can't afford to fuel the muscle. Like if I could never be a bodybuilder because I can't afford the food to grow the muscle. I can't even, like, it's hard for me to afford the food to be able to lose weight. And then if I do work out, I get knots, especially in my back, and then it hurts. So I have a Theracane, but that hurts to do. It's like I either gotta put myself through a lot of pain to work out and get in shape, or I could just not work out. So I choose not to work out. And that's the situation that America makes me choose because it has shitty healthcare. Like your piece of shit, America. So, Gary. Right. So basically, like with most things, I'm not continuing because of money. America has made mere living unaffordable. I can't afford to fuel my body, and I can't afford the health care to make my body feel good enough to continue working out. This is just natural as the stimulus of pain reduces your motivation. So I don't care what anybody says. If you are working out and you get shocked every time after you get workout or during a workout, you're not going to want to work out. Your brain is naturally going to make you not want to do that behavior. So I point this out to say you're a god-awful, terrible piece of shit, America. Thanks for wasting my life in genius so we can make billionaires richer. I fucking hate you. So, yeah, that was the Threads post. That's real. Can't stay in this country because of healthcare. Way they treat healthcare. It's affected my life. And you're wasting the genius of your people, America. And my situation is just an example. And then this is like the rest of the Monday update. A lot of men's situation is a lot worse than this. Some may be undiagnosed, some with other health or mental health issues, or some with addictions, or a lot just can't make ends meet although they work a respectable job. I can't stand this shit and I don't work. If I was forced to work just to get health care so I could feel good, I'd want to kill myself too. You're putting the cart before the horse. You're not a society, America. You're a piece of fucking shit that extracts labor and farms people like a crop that you eat up and then discard. Go fuck yourself, guys. Literally. Make the system collapse in on itself by constraining the labor supply. Okay. We have a troll on YouTube. Yeah, and now I'm going to read the blog post for Sea Love. Sea Love was my 129th official release. So that was the working projects and personal update. I'm going to read the blog post for Sea Love. Sea Love is my 129th official release and 213th track published. The only track I haven't published yet is Therapy, which is part of the album, which is the promoted track that's going to come out um, Friday. This is an album, and the beats are by Anno Domini and Raini Beats, and was produced by Keanu Beats. I recently started going to therapy ever since Trump got into office. I went to I went to help me not want to make tweets about how America is a piece of shit. I don't know if it's helping. I don't think it's helping. I don't want to stop making the tweets, at least. And we're basically on radical acceptance, which means just stop caring. And I can't really do that with my profession or angle. Still, the suicide rate among men is through the roof, and I just wanted to share my thoughts about going to therapy. I think most men don't know how to ask for help, and I think therapy is a good start. Plus, there are some really good therapists out there, and I would consider my situation light compared to what you could be going through in life. And help resources and talking about how you should feel and what you can do really helps, especially men. I also think that the economy and suicide rate is about I think that in this economy, the suicide rate is about identity. Men are taught to provide, and when they find they can't fulfill that role due to economic conditions, they are burdened and get sick, don't get the attention, especially from women, that they want, or can't build a household to build a family. So they see themselves as worthless. They're not a plumber or a baker or a teacher, they're a burden. And then life traps them, seeing no way out, they kill themselves, especially because they never knew how to ask for help, which if they went to therapy, they would otherwise still be here. So that's why I wrote this song, Therapy, to try to get through to men and try to be the example of asking for help. So it's a little bit more serious today. Let's see. That's all I have. That's all I wrote. That's all she wrote. Anyways, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. Until next time, you take care, alright? See you, TikTok. Let's see. 7 views, 1 new follower. Okay. Alright, YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. Until next time, you take care, alright? Bye.